Hi, Tim Carthen here. In this video, I'm going to be speaking about the propaganda machine here in this country. The thing about propaganda is, by its definition, it's meant to deter you. It's meant to take your focus off of one thing and put it on another. One of the things that has been propagandized the most successfully is the country doing more for businesses in order to do more for the regular people. Now, what has happened to this country is an extreme corporatization of it. The country has just gone from being about doing as much as it can for people to be able to live better lives and have the opportunities to live even greater lives than that. It's gone from that to being about how much money corporations can make. And there's nowhere in the Constitution where it says that. Oh wait, I guess it's the First Amendment, because freedom of speech, now that corporations are humans, because of the 2010 Supreme Court of the United States Citizens United decision. Based on what they said, I guess it does say something about corporations. That was sarcasm, by the way. Corporations aren't human. They shouldn't have human rights. But not only do they have human rights, they've taken over as being the most important thing in America. Now, do you think that was by accident? Anybody think that was by accident? Of course not. What has happened is individuals have spent so much time doing that, making the corporations the most important, because it allows them to make more money. So here's the propaganda that corporations use. This is the biggest one. They say, if you give us more money, if you get rid of the regulations, kind of put those two things together, but if you do that, then it would allow us to make more money to be able to give more jobs. That's what they say. What people don't get is corporations aren't trying to give you more jobs, because more jobs equal less control over you, and they don't want less control over you. They'd rather have a little less money and more control over you than to have more money and less control. Let me say that one more time. They'd rather make a little less money but have more control over you than have more money and less control. The reason for that is because when you have more control over people, you can make more money longer over time. At least in their minds, that's what they think. But what they're missing is the reason they're able to make the money they make is because they have customers who buy their products. That's why they're able to make the money. But they don't care as much about making the money as they do about you not having any control. Because the less control that you have, the more they can do. They can set up laws that will make things better for them. They can crush anything you're trying to do easily. Look at what they did to Occupy Wall Street. Occupy Wall Street was on the right side of history. And what did they do? They used working class citizens, police officers, in order to crush Occupy Wall Street. They used us against us. Now, I'm a business owner and I'm on the side of the entrepreneurs and the business owners as far as the fence. I'm over there. But as far as my mind, I understand that the individuals on the other side are the ones that need the most help. Because when they win, we all win. They wonder why the global economy is the way that it is, why everything's stagnating. Well, the reason for that is because people don't have money to spend because companies have taken it all. So that biggest propaganda thing that they do, you give us more money, you get out of our way. In essence, this is what that is. It's them saying, okay, you pay your taxes, and then we write laws that give us big tax cuts. Like ExxonMobil made $14 billion, paid zero in taxes, but got $150 million tax return back. Paid no taxes, but got $150 million. Where do you think that $150 million came from? From where it came was us. So in essence, they're saying, we pay our taxes to the government. They write laws to give them big tax breaks. They take our money and they say, if you give us that money, then we'll give you a job. And a job is them giving us our money back. So we pay the taxes, they take the money, and then they say, we'll give you a job to give you your money back. That's insane. So I'll leave you with this to show the magnitude of how that propaganda of give us the money or get out of our way regulation-wise is just so embedded into even the psyche of individual workers. Secretary Reich, who worked under President Bill Clinton as the labor secretary, he was talking to these workers at this factory, I believe it was a factory. And he was trying to explain to them how the corporations taking the money is causing a problem and that they needed to have higher taxes. A bunch of these different regulations need to be put back in place. And this guy said, one of the people to whom he was speaking said, well, they pay me a decent wage, at least I guess they're paying me what they think I'm worth. I mean, they said that. He said, paying me what you think I'm worth. This is what he was talking about the company. It was almost like he was having his hands out like, give me whatever you think that you should give me. Because it's been so embedded in his head that the corporations are the ones that should be in control. So please just give me whatever you think I'm worth. That's crazy, but that's what this country has come down to. Don't let the propaganda fool you. Don't let it fool you. Corporate taxes are too low, and the propaganda is so high that it can make you almost believe it. Don't let it fool you.